What's going on, guys, and welcome back to West Georgia Aquatics. I want to start the video off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers. Every little bit of support helps grow the channel, and it means a lot to me that you guys are taking an interest in what I'm doing. So in today's video, we're going to work on the filtration for the 80 gallon. I decided to go with the Fluval FX4. If you're not familiar with that type of canister filter, hopefully this will allow you to get a better look into what it takes before you get one. For me, it's one of the easier canister filters to have because it's self-priming and has smart pump filtration. Any kind of air locked in the filter will be purged by the pump, so it kind of takes out a lot of air noise and basically more efficient filtration. Okay, so we just unboxed the Fluval FX4. It comes with a water changing hose. The hose hooks up to the bottom of the filter right here. You just plug it on, turn it in reverse, and it'll make water changes a lot easier. But first, what you want to do is open the top, because the filter media is in plastic bags, so you have to open the filtration, take this out, and see the ceramic cylinders are in plastic bags, so you have to open these, take each tray out, and it comes with media bags. We're not going to be using these right now, but we'll use them in later videos, so we're going to sit them to the side. And then you just put the media back in the baskets, put this on top. Make sure you put the locking mechanisms back down it. Put the inlet and match the hole up to this pipe for the outlet. Close it back up, lock it down. And that's all it takes to prep your Fluval FX4. Okay, so now we're going to set the inlet and outlet valves. If you look in the white box, it basically comes with these two valves. They're universal, so all you do is the inlet and outlet holes, you basically just press them down until they snap. And then you want to unravel this hose. And see what's going to happen, you're going to have one hose. So you basically have to cut this one hose to fit. And when you cut it, you're going to put the two rubber gaskets on the ends, and they should lock down pretty snug, and cap them off with the metal O-rings in this bag right here. As you can see, guys, you have a good 12 feet of hose. I was just doing a dry fit to see how much hose I might need for this tank. So you have plenty of hose to work with. Just remember, you can always take off, but you can never put back on, so be mindful where you're cutting. Okay, so we just connected our hoses to the couplings, and as you can see, I cut the hoses. So now what you want to do is take your inlet pipe and make sure you hook it up to the end hose, like so. It comes with rubber gaskets. All you do is push the hose on, and it sits in there nice and snug. And then you want to take the outlet, hose, and do the same thing. Now these are easily adjusted. As you can see, you can turn them any which way you might prefer, and even the nozzles themselves turn. So if you want a desired flow rate, direction, these will easily accommodate that preference. So now what you want to do is take the elbow piece, disconnect the clips, take the hose and you want to wrap it around. Make sure you have enough room for it to sit in the tank. Wrap it over, put the clips back on. And it should look like this when you're done. Now you can adjust this, make it longer or whatever you might prefer. But right now, for time's sake, we're just gonna keep it like this to kind of demonstrate how it's supposed to look in the tank. So now you want to take the other elbow and put it on the inlet. Disconnect the clips. Just like the outlet, you want to take it and wrap it around. And it should look like this when you're done, minus the flying pieces. Okay, so we just hooked the filter up to the tank, and as you can see, there's a bow in the pipe. So what we're going to do is come up to the top of the tank, disconnect this hose. And then after removing the clips, we're going to take the pipe and we're going to try to pull that bow out. I usually would just cut it, but I'm trying to save on pipe in case I need it later. So after we fix the bow, just clamp it back down. And after extending the pipe down into the tank a little bit more, you can see it's not such a sharp bow. This will be fine. The reason you don't want any sharp edges in the line is because these pipes are a little bit rigid. And if you have any kinks or sharp bends in the pipe, it could snap and you could flood your entire room that you have the tank in. It's best to try to keep the pipe as smooth as possible. And like I said, I could cut the pipe, but I'm trying to conserve how much pipe I have left in case I need to use it in a different tank or something, because these pipes aren't fairly expensive, but it's just a hassle to keep having to buy multiple pipes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to unscrew the top. And the reason we're unscrewing the top is because we're going to fill it up with water and replace the lid. And we're going to cut it on and see how it runs. So now what we're going to do is take the siphon hose and we're going to get a siphon started and fill up the filter just a little bit to kind of start the pump going. And what this will do, it'll pump the water back into the tank and it'll pull water down into the filter so it will start. After you have your filter filled up with water, you want to replace the lid. Make sure all the pipes and stuff are in place. Inlet pipe, outlet pipe. And replace the locks. Now you just want to hand tighten these locks because they could possibly strip out if you try to use a pair of pliers or anything stronger to tighten them. And that could cause a leak, a bad gasket, all the above. And after that, make sure the valves are open. And plug her in. See, now the filter's off, there's no water running. What that was, it was purging the air out of the system. So if you give it a couple of minutes, it should restart. Now see, the system has restarted, and it may do that a couple of times until the system is completely void of air. So don't panic if it shuts off on you again. Alright guys, that's going to conclude the video for today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. So I forgot to mention, the reason I'm getting this tank set up and the filter cycled is because we're getting new fish tomorrow. And if you're interested to see what fish we're getting, be sure to tune in, and I'll have that video up for you guys, and I'll see you then.